fundamental change afoot in the online business model. A survey conducted by the Economist Intelligence Unit has found that 80% of businesses are currently seeing changes in how customers access their web-based services. Over half are integrating new models that use subscriptions or rentals rather than selling their products outright.
In the 1990s, you bought things. A car, a CD, a house, a movie. You owned them. They were yours. You could lend them, sell them, break them, or keep them forever. But in 2025, ownership has become obsolete. You don't own your car, you subscribe to it. You don't own your music, you stream it. You don't own your movies. They can disappear overnight. Even your home can be owned by someone else, rented back to you through an app. This isn't progress. It's a quiet revolution, one where convenience replaced control. And now, we're realizing what we lost. This is the end of ownership. It started with music. In 2001, Steve Jobs walked on stage and held up a white MP3 player.
1,000 songs. And it goes right in my pocket,
he said. And just like that, we stopped buying CDs. Then came Spotify, and we stopped buying music altogether. $9.99 a month for every song ever made. It felt like freedom. But the trick was hidden in the fine print. You never owned a single song. The moment you stopped paying, the music stopped playing. What looked like liberation was actually dependency, a forever rental dressed up as convenience. And that model spread everywhere. From Netflix to Adobe, Uber to BMW, everything became a subscription. You don't buy Photoshop anymore. You rent access to it. You don't own your Tesla features. They're locked behind a monthly paywall. You don't even fully own your iPhone. Apple can remotely disable it if you break their terms. Companies realized something powerful. Ownership ends once, but subscriptions never end. The subscription economy turned one-time buyers into lifelong revenue streams. In 2010, software companies made money once per sale. By 2025, 78% of them rely on recurring billing. What was once commerce became a lease on your life. In 2019, BMW quietly launched a new experiment, a subscription for heated seats. For $18 a month, you could unlock the heat in a car you already paid for. The feature was built in, but digitally locked. Public outrage followed. BMW backtracked, officially. Unofficially, the industry took notes. Now, Mercedes charges monthly fees for horsepower boosts. Tesla offers driver assist features on subscription. And luxury automakers are designing cars where every button is a potential microtransaction. Soon, your car isn't really yours. It's licensed, monetized, and every mile you drive is data sent back to the company that still owns the software inside it. We used to drive cars. Now, cars drive revenue. Housing was once the ultimate symbol of independence. Owning a home meant stability, security, the American dream. But today, that dream is being packaged and sold to investors. Private equity firms and corporate landlords now buy entire neighborhoods, renting homes back to the very families who once would have owned them. In 2024, 1 in 5 homes sold in the US went to investors, not people. And new startups are emerging that fractionalize homes into shares. You can buy 1% of a house and still never live in it. Ownership has become financialized. The middle class doesn't own property anymore. They rent it from the upper class through layers of corporations. The dream of owning your space is disappearing. And with it, the sense of belonging that comes with it. There was a time when ownership meant freedom and resale value. You could sell your car, your DVD, your books, your tools. Today, most digital products can't be resold, transferred, or modified. Buy a movie on Amazon. You don't really own it, you license it. And if Amazon loses the rights, it can vanish from your library overnight. That's not theory. It's happened. In 2022, customers who bought movies found them deleted from their accounts after licensing deals expired. The second-hand economy once the backbone of affordability is dying. You can't pass down subscriptions, you can't hand your Netflix to your kids, and you can't sell a car whose features vanish when the next payment fails. Ownership gave people independence. Subscription creates dependency. Something deeper changed too, not just how we spend, but how we think. When you own something, you care for it, you maintain it, you invest in it. When you rent something, you consume it, then move on. Psychologists call this psychological ownership, the emotional bond that forms when people feel something is truly theirs. That bond is disappearing. People used to personalize their cars, decorate their homes, and build collections. Now, we scroll, swipe, and discard. The shift from owning to accessing has changed how humans relate to value. We no longer build, we subscribe, we no longer collect, we consume. For corporations, this shift is perfect. Subscriptions mean predictable revenue. Digital licenses mean total control. If you stop paying, they can revoke access instantly. If you break their rules, they can delete your account entirely. No courts, no refunds, no recourse. In 2025, owning nothing isn't just a prediction, it's the business model. Adobe once sold software that lasted a decade. Now it charges $60 a month forever. Car companies use over-the-air updates to disable features remotely. Even John Deere tractors are locked with DRM codes, preventing farmers from repairing their own machines without permission. Every industry wants what software has: control after the sale. You're not a customer. You're a participant in an ongoing transaction. It's not just corporations. Governments are following suit. Digital IDs, digital currencies, cloud-based records. Every transaction, subscription, and interaction leaves a footprint. And the more you rent your life instead of owning it, the easier that life becomes to monitor. Own nothing and be happy, said a now infamous 2016 World Economic Forum slogan. At the time, it sounded like satire. Now, it feels like prophecy. When everything is rented, nothing feels permanent. The music you love could disappear. The apps you use could shut down. The digital books you read can be edited without your consent. In 2023, Amazon quietly changed text inside purchased Kindle books, an Orwellian reminder that you don't own the words on your screen. We live in a culture of impermanence, where everything is temporary and everything depends on someone else's server staying online. The result is a world that feels less stable, less private, and less ours. But not everyone's giving in. Right to repair movements are growing. Open source software is rising. Vinyl, DVDs, and physical media are quietly making a comeback among people who crave permanence. Independent artists sell DRM-free music. Gamers demand physical editions again. And a new generation is realizing that digital convenience isn't worth digital control. Even Tesla owners are hacking their cars to restore features without subscriptions. The resistance is small, but it's growing. Because ownership, it turns out, was never just about things. It was about freedom. The subscription model won't stop here. Already, there are platforms to rent clothes, phones, even furniture. Some predict that by 2035, the average person will have over 50 active subscriptions. Everything from their fridge's water filter to their home's air conditioning system. The idea of buying something once and being done will sound like nostalgia. You won't own your car, you won't own your house, you won't own your software. You might not even own your identity. Everything will be rented, licensed, or leased. And in that world, freedom isn't lost overnight. It's automated away, one monthly payment at a time. We were told ownership was outdated, that access was smarter, that convenience was freedom. But the truth is simpler and darker. When you own nothing, someone else owns everything. Every subscription, every click, every byte of data. The future isn't about who has the most money, it's about who still owns something real. Because when the system shuts down, when the servers go dark, only those who own will truly be free.